What's good, squad? It's your girl Kaylee, and welcome to the corner. We're in a different space. We're in the outside corner, but we're definitely in the corner. Today is a good day, and we're going to get into a little bit of entrepreneurship, a little bit of mission vision, a little bit of just entrepreneurial spirit and mentoring and things like that. So excuse all our outside activities. We are in nature. Today, I have one of my students, my mentees, Kareshea, and we're going to get into who she is, her brand, and all the things that she has going on in her entrepreneurial journey. So let's get into it. Welcome, Carisha. Welcome to the corner. I know you've heard about it, and now you get a chance to sit here with
Thank you
me.
for having me. I'm excited. Let's do it. Thank you.
Not a problem. I love her energy. So let me give you a little backstory. How we met.
Y'all, she could have kidnapped me, y'all. She could have kidnapped me.
I definitely could have. It just like I was late for work one day and I was coming around the corner and she was walking and I stopped at the crosswalk, the stop sign, and she was like, "Excuse me, I don't know you. My name is such and such. Can you please tell me where the football field is?" And I was like, "Okay, it's across the street." And then she was like, "I'm not gonna make it. I need to be there in 2 minutes. Could you give me a ride?" And gave her a ride. We started talking. She said she told me what she was interested in, and I was like, she was like, "Who do I need to speak to do this?" And I was like, "You actually talking to the person," because she was talking about starting a student org, and that's just so happened to be my new area at work. So we locked in. She found my office. She was looking for a work study job, and she was like, "I remember you." And she has become one of my employees now.
I'm one of the elite
The
employees.
elite. You hear that?
Have to get employee of the month.
I agree, and I think I need to start doing that for some of y'all for
That's
real.
okay.
For real, for real.
Boost their morale.
It does. And I talk about that a lot.
Hopefully I'm talking loud enough.
And if not, you can hold the microphone. But yeah, let's get into it. So once she started telling me some of the things that she's interested in and what she's doing, she told me about her businesses and her past experiences with businesses and her new journey that she's about to embark on. And one of her favorite things to say is living nation. So living nation, you say that quite a lot. Can you tell me what does that mean? Like, where did it come from? What's the inspiration behind Living Nation?
Okay, so living nation, right? As you walk your journey with Christ, you live again. You die to self, you die to your flesh to become a vessel for his kingdom. So one day I was sitting in my dorm room. I was designing a piece, working, it's still in progress, but working to design this piece. So across the piece, it had patchwork. So the original piece itself was like an Alcorn piece, but I needed the mock-up of it. So I took the mock-up to try to refurbish it, make it what I need to be. So I tried to think of things to put on the patchwork. Like they had Brave Nation, different stuff like that. So what I put in that patch spot was Living Sacrifice. When I looked again at that patch spot, it said Living Nation. And it just hit a place in my heart, and I was like, I was like, this is powerful. I was like, God, you want me to change my name to this? And sure enough, he said yes in the spirit. And that same night, I started moving. I didn't start designing, but I started moving with the understanding and the concept that's still behind Living Nation. So basically, Living Nation, excuse me, what Living Nation means to me is to live again, to die to self, to live for his kingdom, to be a disciple for his kingdom. As Matthew 28, verse 18 through 19 says, he gave us the authority to go disciple. He bestowed it upon us. So yeah.
Look at that. And then it be the simple things as you type one thing
Mm-hmm.
and then the Lord spoke
And
to type
another way.
another thing.
Yes, he did.
So that is amazing. Who is this brand for? What is the target?
Okay, that's a great question. So the target for me, I'm still navigating it with Miss Nice Health. She's also my brand manager. So I want it to be for all people because God is for all. But I do understand that I will need a target audience. So that's something I'm still trying to navigate. But definitely the youth. Amongst other projects I'm working on, if anyone is familiar with the movie The Forage, if it's God's will, I want to create my own organization for young women, teaching them what modesty means, teaching them what being a woman of noble character looks like. Example, one of my favorites so far, because I read her story as I was doing the Esther fast, was Esther. So having the character of Esther and walking in such a light as a young woman, and not just for the look that it comes with, but for the actual internal growth that it brings.
Okay, so I can definitely see that it's teachable. It's teaching to walk in his ways, so to speak. And
Yeah,
and that's a great message. So I'm not gonna let you give away too much because I know there's a special day coming around the corner.
there is.
There's a special date.
There is.
So what can we expect upon this special date? And if you want to go ahead and drop that date, I'm okay with that too.
So April 16th, we will be officially dropping Living Nation. The hat that you see on my head, of course, other pieces will come in the near future. But the hat, if the sun was shining, it'll glisten because of the stones. But the hat that you see on my head, we will be dropping it. I have a pretty nice bulk order, and I'm excited to see what God does and how He works through me with even just getting this, masterpiece out there. Because the way I say it is, it's not about the clothing or the fashion for me at all. It's simply about being a vessel for his message. And he just blessed me in the creative way of expressing it through fashion. So,
I like it. I love it.
yeah.
Okay. So I am gonna hand the torch over a little bit for this episode, a throwback edition of my previous seasons. Ask me anything. I'm gonna give you the opportunity because I know you're also into content creation.
Yes,
So I'm gonna give you the opportunity to be the host of the show for this second half. You ready?
I am.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome the host, Kareshea.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Again, we're on the corner. So I just wanted to greet the lovely Miss Christina Knight as she steps into the atmosphere in the show. How you doing today?
I am great. I am blessed and highly favored.
God is good. So Miss Knight, I ain't gonna take too much of your time.
Okay.
But my questions to you are, what would you tell a young upcoming leader that wants to be in a place of service how you are? Like with the job that you have on campus, the way you serve us as students, what would you, example me, like what would you tell me in a sense of possibly in the future, near future, becoming a brand manager or stepping into a place where I'm helping others create their God-given visions or whatever creative flow they may have, what tips would you have for them?
Okay, I'm gonna take a word from Nike and just do it. Sometimes we are so afraid to step into those spaces, or we overthink and outthink ourselves out of the plans that we want to pursue.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it. Start one simple thing. Make a goal to, let's say, do 3 things this
Mm-hmm.
week toward that particular goal.
Mm-hmm.
It can even be in preparation, not actually doing it just yet, but getting your feet wet, being comfortable with it, and taking those chances to actually lead. When you see other
Mm-hmm.
people dragging their feet, you just go ahead and pre-plan for it, put forth your ideas,
Mm-hmm.
and make it happen. Just do it. Don't be afraid.
That's a beautiful answer. My next question would be, out of everyone you work with so far, no, that's not my question. What made you start your podcast? What made you,
Hmm.
you know, put yourself in a position to give other entrepreneurs and other artists and creatives a voice to speak and share their creativeness with the world?
Okay. So it was definitely during the pandemic. I had started a couple projects with my cousin, and then I started a project with my mom, and those projects were helping them and their mission and those ideas that I came up for them.
Mm-hmm.
It was for them. They may not have wanted to step out at that particular time,
Mm-hmm.
but I was ready.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, I was ready for something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the process of building my business as a graphic designer, meeting new clients.
Okay.
And I looked at it as a way for me to meet people and hold them on certain services that I could provide.
Mm-hmm.
But I also started to grow into learning people and
Mm-hmm.
loving to actually learn people. And I've said this a lot on my podcast. I was one person who was afraid to speak. I did not like talking.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like public speaking. But here I am doing something because I am a people agent, and I figured that out. And this is
Okay,
my
okay.
medium in helping others with their vision.
That's a beautiful answer. And I think my last question would be, with the growth that you've had so far, what has been the most highlighting moment for you with being a woman of God, with just being a woman and an entrepreneur yourself, a leader yourself, you know, um, what has been the highlight moment while still dealing with different adversities of life?
Mm. I look for the joy. I look for the smiles, the happiness, the accomplishments. So when I can see someone timid in the beginning when we're just discussing the vision and where they're about to go, and I can see the nervousness in them, and then we start to do the homework, we start to do the work, they become confident over the time period. Even you in your vision, like it's like I was all over the place. I don't know if I need to be doing this. I don't know if I need to be doing that. But now that we have a trajectory, you're like, okay, I see this, and you're making those alignments. You're making sure they're fit. They're not just random things, and you're confident in it. So when I see those smiles from seeing the fruit of the labor, that does my heart the best.
Okay. And again, I want to thank you for your time as well, and you bringing me on your show and allowing me to host and you be a host. We hosted each other. And I just want to thank you, and I pray that God continues to bless you with creativity and pours into your life. And I'm proud of you, Miss Knight. Like words would never be able to describe the impact that you've made on my life. And thank you.
You know, I am appreciative. I know that moment that we met outside the cafeteria was God sent. You were God sent. It was for a reason. I definitely needed you in this season of transition as well. Bless you.
Thank you.
I need you in this season of transition as well. So I'm gonna be a little sad when you go off the basic training this summer. I'm gonna be a little sad.
Yeah, I think the queen's gonna be a little emotional too.
Look.
It's okay though. It's okay. Oh, yeah, I ain't got no hair right now. But yeah.
But yeah, so you have to be mindful of the people that come into your space. So this is the entire message for the video. Like it's okay to reach out to people, pay attention to whose placement is correct in your life. Because everybody needs a mentor. True. Make sure that you find a mentor. Make sure you ask those questions. Make sure you ask those questions and make sure you are ready for the work along your entrepreneurial journey. So with that said, where can people follow you for this launch? You just dropped the date, April 16th, y'all, April 16th. Where can they find you in Living Nation?
Okay, so primarily my Instagram. I do have TikTok as well, but my Instagram name is a little bit shorter, and then I post on my Instagram so they can lead you to my TikTok. But my Instagram name is Kareshea.ss. So at KARESHEA.SS. And I'm excited to see y'all there, and definitely come shop the brand. Again, it's more than just a piece of clothing. My ultimate goal with Living Nation was to build a physical armor that we can put on as his people, as his body of believers. Like when you put this on, even though you may be sad or you may be dealing with something, this is a spiritual covering, and it protects you and it gives you that mobility. Though it is not him, but it's an extension because he has blessed it and he has put his anointing over it. So yeah.
That's right. Go shop Living Nation. Be on the lookout for April 16th in all the drops so that you can see all the merch. And that's all we have for you guys today. Remember, if you have any questions, you want to be a guest on the podcast, make sure you send me an email or send me an inbox on all of my socials. But the email will be scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Definitely make sure to reach out if you have any questions, concerns, want to be a guest. And remember, your girl loves you. And don't forget to tell me how you bossing. Bye.